Before there were presidents, before there were governments, before there were political parties, there was the forest. And in that forest, there was power. Look at the chimpanzee. No parliament, no constitution, no ballot box, and yet, alliances, rivalries, cooperation, competition, influence, power. Think about that. An animal living deep inside the African rainforest is dealing with problems that sound surprisingly familiar. Who do you trust? Who do you follow? Who stands with you? Who challenges you? And who gets influence? Watch closely. At first you see animals, but look again. You begin to see a society. Individuals recognize one another. They build relationships. They cooperate. They compete. And sometimes the balance of power changes. And here's the interesting part. Strength is not everything. A relationship must be built. Trust must be earned. Support must be developed. Look at grooming. One chimpanzee carefully grooming another. It looks simple, but something important is happening. Time is being invested. Attention is being given. A relationship is being maintained. And relationships can become powerful. Human beings aren't so different. The strongest relationships aren't built overnight. One conversation, one promise, one act of support, one moment when somebody proves you can depend on them. Trust grows quietly, one interaction at a time. And that is where this story becomes bigger than the chimpanzee, because nature is showing us something about ourselves. Leadership and dominance are not the same thing. You can force obedience, but you cannot force genuine trust. You can control people, but control isn't influence. Authority can be given. Respect must be earned. That's power. Not just the title, not just the position, the relationships, the trust, the influence. And power is temporary. Positions change, relationships change, circumstances change. Eventually, every individual leaves the stage. But systems continue. Generations replace generations. Communities adapt. The forest keeps moving. That's the lesson. A strong system cannot depend forever on one individual. It must adapt. It must change. It must survive beyond its leaders. And this applies everywhere. Business, government, communities, families, organizations. Because everyone has some form of influence. A parent, a teacher, a manager, a business owner, a friend, a leader. So here's the question. What do you do with your influence? Do you build trust, create opportunity, strengthen the people around you, or simply make yourself harder to challenge? Power doesn't always reveal how strong you are. Sometimes, power reveals who you are. So the next time you see a chimpanzee disappearing into the rainforest, look closer. You may not simply be watching an animal. You may be watching one of nature's remarkable experiments in social intelligence. And perhaps nature is asking humanity one question. Can you become powerful without forgetting how to live together? If this journey made you see nature differently, subscribe to Cleaner World. We don't just look at animals, we look deeper. We search nature for hidden systems, remarkable adaptations, and extraordinary ideas that could inspire humanity. Like the video, share it, and subscribe, because we're just getting started. The forest grows quiet. The chimpanzees disappear into the trees. But the question remains, who really understands power? Maybe nature does. And maybe we're only beginning to listen.